What is happening, folks? Welcome to Hunting with Tripler. It is always nice to go to the flea market, be lucky enough to find some items that are great for resale, especially when you're paying only a fraction of what they're worth. Sealed games out in the wild, folks. Stay tuned.
I collect so many things. Would you like to share this journey with me? I will show you the prizes I got today. So come along with me, come on and join in the chase. Yeah!
Folks, we have a lot to unpack today, and for those of you who are watching the premiere, thank you very much, and I'm sure that many of you are going to want to watch and stay tuned for the live that is happening right after this episode concludes, because this is what came in the mail. Yes, my friends, this is from Wada. Now, many of you might be thinking or wondering if I've opened this. I haven't. And Friday it hurt not to open it, but every day since then I'm kind of like, yeah, it's not that big of a deal anymore. It is a big deal, and you guys are gonna watch it live right after this episode. But in today's episode, we go to the flea market and I found a whole bunch of targeted items. It was really simple. I just was very leisurely about it. I think I got there fairly late, around 6:30, and most of the hunters had already been there for about an hour or more. And I saw a lot of them walking around, and it's always interesting to kind of spot some of them because they have a small bag, usually with like games or systems kind of like falling out of it. And so you kind of know who the hunters are. Before we get into the footage, make sure you become a subscriber. I'm seeing a larger percentage of you who are watching the videos who aren't subscribers yet. So make sure you become one. And of course, all of you, if you like this kind of content, give me a thumbs up and make sure you hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my content. With that said, let's roll into it.
Finding the right places to treasure hunt is like one of the biggest challenges. Where do you go to get the good stuff? And recently you've seen me go to thrift stores, you've seen me go to garage sales, and I'm getting good stuff. So we're gonna try to see if we can keep doing that same thing at a flea market. Now, I didn't bring my wagon with me, and usually when I come here, I pull a huge red wagon with me. So I didn't, because again, I wanna just get some really cool items and not necessarily ones that require me to pull a wagon. So, to the flea market. Just brought my phone with me today, so we're only gonna stop at the good parts. I bought that Canon AE1 plus a Nikomart for, was that what it's called? For $100, and should be able to get like $240 for all of it, because I'm going to sell it as untested. Come on. Look at that beauty. See? Snagged that one for 40. That was solid.
Hey buddy, how much are the rubber
How's it going? Oh, baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Some Transformers. How you doing? Just checking out your Wii games. Is that all right?
That's okay. I don't know, maybe you need a mighty hook.
Can I take a look at the Wii first? Let me see, maybe we can...
Games, I got some games, but I think it's in...
They're way in the back?
It is, yeah.
Okay. These are hard, man. I don't know if I could... I don't even know if I can make you an offer on them. Guys, I just paid $100 for all of these games right here. Oh, baby. This right here is the result of going to a flea market and being completely taken back by all the great stuff that I found. And a bunch of sealed games. I mean, the guy didn't know there was a price difference between sealed games and not sealed games. And I certainly wasn't going to argue. I mean, for the open games, he wanted $10 a piece, and that's pretty much on the high side. But the ones that I picked up, definitely worth $10 a piece. I'm excited to show you everything I got. It's a nice consolidated haul, very specific stuff. All stuff that will sell extremely well on eBay. So from that PS3 lot, I'm just giving you a quick snapshot of what we got. We'll look into that. Picked up this, a couple of comic books here, some what ifs. Took a chance on these simply because there's the new series out on Disney Plus. And then I did get the Wii here, so we'll open that up. A couple of Wii games as well. All in all, pretty decent haul here.
Let me explain the reason why I was actually able to get these sealed games in the first place, because some of you might be wondering what are the chances of that? You go to this particular flea market and the swap meet has treasure hunters that are showing up at 5 a.m. And there's vendors that come with video games and toys and all sorts of nostalgic items, and they know to go to those people. And showing up at 5 a.m. sounds like a great treasure hunt, but those guys have basically cornered those vendors. The chances of you getting in on anything in those instances, it's pretty small. But for those vendors that are showing up late and or are new, you know, some of those people may not actually show up until 7:30 and be totally set up until 8. In which case, so many people have descended upon the swap meet at that point that, you know, it really levels the playing field by the time you get to 7:30. Now the chances of finding big hits go down every minute you get past 7 o'clock, but the truth is that when there are new vendors or when someone's setting up late, anything's possible. And that's what happened here. The guy wasn't set up until closer to like 8:15, and I happened to walk by right as he was pulling out his video games, and it was totally luck. It was just absolute luck. So I'm gonna show you what I picked up from him first, and then I'll show you some of the other finds as well. I'm gonna show you the opened PS3 games first. Back to the Future, the game. This game goes for, I think, anywhere between $30 to $50, just depending upon where you're selling it and where you can sell it. Ratchet and Clank, Tools of Destruction. This one also is selling between $25 and $40, again, depending upon where you can sell it. The Simpsons game, this one is fantastic. This is actually what drew me to it because I saw it out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, wow, a PS3 copy of The Simpsons. I wonder how much he's selling that for. He said 10. And I was thinking, oh, you know, that's a little high, but hey, yeah, for 10 bucks, I'll take that game. And then I started seeing everything else. Gundam Crossfire, and again, another really solid title. Got it for 10 bucks. Way of the Samurai 3. This is actually an awesome game. My brother plays this game, told me this was a really fantastic game, and I got this one for 10 bucks. On the seal games, Metal Gear Solid 4, this one is sealed. The seal on it looks really good. Unfortunately, WATA won't allow you to grade PS3 games, at least not yet. They aren't considered too vintage. But either way, this one is a solid one to have, and I'm hoping between $50 to $100. I can't even speculate. I won't be holding this one. I'm actually gonna sell this. I have sold a copy of this sealed. This is Battlefield Bad Company 2. I actually sold this recently on Amazon, so I can sell this on Amazon. I think I got about $35 or $40 for this one, but the prices for the sealed copy of this are definitely going up, so I'm gonna check eBay first and see if that's still around $35 or $40. If it's higher than that, of course, I'm gonna go the route of eBay. Duke Nukem Forever, the seal on it is kind of rough. It's been opened at least, or appears like it just wasn't handled particularly well. But either way, I can sell this as like new. I don't think I can totally get away with calling this new, even though the game hasn't been pulled out yet. But still, for 10 bucks, solid copy. Street Fighter 4. Super Street Fighter 4, and this one's sealed. It even has the $14.99 price sticker on it, which I'm just shocked that this game was being sold for $14.99. But anyway, it's the greatest hits version, so worth a little bit less, generally speaking. Either way, I know that I'll get at least $40 to $50 for this game right now. Mercenaries 2, I took a chance on this one. I saw just a few comps that were new, and it looked like it was okay. But again, for 10 bucks, I shouldn't have any problem getting at least over 25, and that was kind of the criteria for me. So yeah, this is a solid pickup. And the best out of all of them, by far, Spider-Man Shattered Dimension, and it's totally sealed, and the seal is phenomenal on this one. It looks great. It does have a little bit of wear just from having rubbed up against another game, but outside of that, the seal looks really solid. And this one, I think, could go upwards of $200 or even more than that. I'm probably gonna put kind of a ridiculous number on it and just see what happens, maybe put a best offer. But I think I'm gonna be like 300 bucks best offer and hope for the best. Otherwise, I might consider holding on to something like this and just keeping it for the future, but you never know. I pick up Wiis all the time, especially ones that are in box. If it's in pretty decent condition, I don't mind paying around $40 to $50 for an in-box Wii. Because even now, even though the prices for Wiis have just like, they have bottomed out again, you can still get close to 100 bucks for an in-box Wii. I personally am doing something really silly with buying in-box Wiis because I do believe in the future that the value of these is gonna skyrocket again, and I'll explain why. A lot of people who buy consoles oftentimes are repurchasing childhood games and consoles because it's nostalgic to them, right? And they go through that process of bringing back their collection, buying all these things. And we saw a spike in the Wii during the pandemic because people were actually using the Wii for purposes of working out, which was just, it's brilliant. The Wii itself, even nowadays, is still an awesome system. But I will say this, we haven't gotten quite to that age group yet where those who feel nostalgic towards the Wii, and granted, I think I was like 24, 25, maybe 23 when it first came out. So there was a window of interest there, but for those kids that were like 8, 9, 10, 11, that is the sweet spot. And those are the kids that, as we get just a little bit further into the future, the Wii is going to be a very coveted system. I mean, it just will be, because kids are going to want to collect those games again, and the system, and the inbox system. So I did this. A couple Wiis right here, just getting them ready for the future. Oh wait, I got a couple there, and one there, a couple more there. Oh, and a few back there as well. And so to a certain degree, I'm betting on the future that the value of those Wiis, even though they're used, they're all tested, they're all complete, they all have Wii Sports, they're super clean. And I'm hoping that I was buying all of those average price around like $60 maybe. And I'm thinking that into the future, I would love to make $150 a piece on each one of those inbox Wiis. And if it goes north of that, that's great. But I have the storage, so those are gonna sit on a shelf for probably the next 5 or 6 years, and hoping people haven't done the exact same thing, because I wanna cash in on the Wii market again. So the same place that I picked up that Wii, I also got a couple of games. I don't know why I got this one. Of course, I know why I got this one, but either way, for $50 for everything, it was definitely worth it. I also picked up this Lego set here, which is Lego Vikings. I don't remember Lego Vikings at all. This one is model number 7017. You can look it up. The comps are kind of unusual. You can't really get a great sense of what it is selling for. There's some listings that are like plus $300. There were some new ones that were sold, I think around 80 or 90. This one is a 2005 model. Obviously it's been retired for a long time. My hope in something like that, I'm hoping to get at least $200 for that. I paid 40, so no matter what, I'll double my money, but I do think if I price it accordingly, well under the ones that are being listed right now and well over the ones that have sold, I think I'm gonna find a sweet spot there, because Legos that are retired, especially ones that are almost 20 years old, those have good resale value. And last, I picked up a couple of vintage cameras. I picked up the Canon AE1 and the Nikon Nikomart. Both of these sell for pretty decent money. This one for parts sells for at least $100, and it goes all the way up to $250 or more. It does come with a pretty decent Canon lens, and I would say the condition on this one is okay. It's not amazing. I didn't see a lot of great comps on this one, but either way, for $100 for both of these, plus I do have some lenses in there and a couple of vintage cases, I think overall I should be around $250 for everything, and I think that's maybe conservative. It could go much higher if I was to test this or find someone who could test it for me, but I'm happy just saying untested, selling it as is, and I think I'm gonna do pretty well. So not a lot of stuff today, but a lot of good stuff, and that is exactly what I was hoping to do. If I would have left with just like a whole trunk full of stuff, I hope you guys would have reminded me in the comment section that I have a problem, because that was exactly what I was trying to avoid today. And folks, that was today's episode. I haven't gone to this flea market in such a long time. I mean, I really haven't had to. Garage sales were really good. Thrift stores have been really good. I mean, local pickups have been good, and even private picks have been gorgeous. If you haven't seen the 80s episode, do yourself a favor, go watch the 80s house episode. It's amazing. But folks, we do have some bonus footage, and this does kind of have a similar sort of tone to what we're gonna see with the Mario game unboxing. So I'm not gonna set it up too much other than to say this one is video game related, and it's pretty insane. Check it out.
I've been waiting for this day for about, I guess it's been over a week, and I wasn't sure if it was actually going to happen, but the box just came in. I'll show you the box. Looks like it was absolutely destroyed. And I hope that I'm pleasantly surprised at what I'm about to see, but I basically bought a GameCube bundle for just about $700. You might be thinking to yourself, why would someone buy a GameCube bundle for that amount of money? Because it's really more than what anyone really needs to spend on a GameCube bundle. And yes, there were some games and there were accessories and there were things in there that, you know,
kind of made it all worth it. There was something in the lot that at first glance it really didn't look like anything. I had to ask the question when she confirmed it. I confirmed the purchase. This is something, again, that I've been doing where I buy at auctions or on places like Mercari, and I basically buy it within the first like 5 or 10 seconds that it gets listed. In this case, it was up for about like 2 or 3 minutes, and I was kind of curious, just wanted to check it out. Sometimes you might miss something. In this case, a lot of people missed it, so I'm gonna go through it. We picked up Time Splitters, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King, Tack, the Power of Juju, and then Enter the Matrix. Smash Brothers Melee, Beach Bandits, not a great one, Luigi's Mansion, and then Mario Party 4. So a nice stack of games, right? The system came with an official GameCube carrying case, a Wavebird. It looks to be in pretty good shape. Come on, baby. Wavebird number 2? Yes? Yes, Wavebird number 2. All right, so we've got 2 Wavebirds. Nothing yet has really set this purchase on fire, right? Not yet. Here are the Wavebird receivers. There's 1 and there is 2. Oh, there we go. We've got the Game Boy SP connector, and then a really, I mean, this one's in great condition. The GameCube Platinum Edition. The reason, folks, I bought this lot in the first place is for this. Super Mario Sunshine, and it's sealed. And it looks to be in excellent condition. And I'm just really shocked that it's here. I just never thought it was gonna make it. I just didn't think it was gonna get here. I had a feeling something was gonna happen. We'll be getting it graded. I couldn't even begin to guess at what level this grade is gonna end up being, but I'm gonna anticipate that at some level this game is gonna be in the 1,000 range. If it gets a really good grade, then who knows? It could just be, could be worth a lot. So anyway, wow. So my next shipment to WATA is just about to be sent out, and that of course is going to be included in that. And I gotta say, I am very curious as to where this is gonna go, and I'm thinking well over $1,000. So anyway, we're gonna send that off to be graded, and that is going to be very exciting when we get that one back. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you sticking around. Check out the live unboxing of the Mario game. You are going to see it here in just a moment. And I hope your guys' week is fantastic. I hope your weekend finds were amazing and the sales were just as good. Anyway, folks, I'll see you in just a couple of minutes. Take care.